Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this particular video, we are going to talk about how to install Cursor AI and how to run your first AI command. So, we are going to learn that how we can install the Cursor AI on our Windows and how we can use it. So, let's start. So, first of all, you need to come to your browser and search for Cursor AI download for Windows. Right here, you will find this Cursor download. Simply click on it. After clicking, you will land to this page, right? Here you can see this is a download page and you will get this option, download for Windows. Simply click on it and after clicking, the download process of Cursor AI will start. The important point is that its installation process is very similar about how we download normal apps in our system, right? As you can see here, the download process has started. It is of the 170 MB. So let's wait. So yes, you can see my setup is now downloaded. Now simply click on it and your download process will get started. Simply accept the agreement. Click on next. You can choose the location where it will get downloaded. I'll take it default. Next and then next. Let's create a desktop icon also and next. And this is some ready to install. That setup is now ready to begin. So simply just click on this install. Now your Cursor AI is now getting installed on your system, right? This will also take little bit time. Let's wait for it. So after the completion of installation process, you will see this interface. Simply just click on the finish button, right? So after clicking, your app will get launched. If it is not getting launched, you can run it as administrator from the desktop icon. Okay, so let's wait for it. Fine. So here you will find the two options, sign in and login, right? I will go with the login option. Now after clicking on the login button, you will redirect to the website. Here also you need to log in. So let's click on it. Here we'll get three options: continue with Google, continue with GitHub, and continue with Apple. Or you can manually enter your email if you want. Right. So I will go with the continue with Google. Uh, I will not show you the rest of the process because that is containing some sensitive data. But let's continue with Google here. And after the completion of your login, simply just give some of the details, right? So I'm a software engineer, so I will give it a software engineer here and let's click on the continue. Fine. Now it is saying to work with the pro. If you want, you can, otherwise skip it. And here you will find continue button. Let's click on it. Now let's connect to the GitHub. Fine. After connecting, you will see this authorize page. Simply just authorize it. Great. Now it is saying connecting to GitHub. Fine, it is connected now. Now it is asking for the API key here. You have to enter some API key, right? So I want to give it the free API, which is provided by the Google. So let's take out that. So let's go on the browser, search for Gemini API key. It is free for all. So get your Gemini API key. Here you will find get started. And then here you will get the get API key. Simply click on it and it will ask you to create a API key. Simply click on it and after clicking just create a project. Just follow the steps that I'm doing. Fine, now create key. Now your API key is now successfully created. Simply just copy it and now let's paste it here and save it. Don't try to use my API key, right? I will delete it after this video, so there is no use. After that, let's just click on this yes login. And please only log in if you just come from the Cursor app. Yes, I came from there, so let's log in here. So let's click on this yes login and it will open the app in just few seconds. And yes, it is started now. So plugins give your agent important context. Fine, so let's start building. You can add your Figma, Notion also. That's all on you. Now let's create a new project here. click on the plus new project option, and let's select a folder. So I'll create a new folder name. Let's take it cursor practice. Cursor practice. Done. Simply just select the folder, and now you can see that our folder is now getting opened inside the cursor AI. Let's wait for it. Yes, it is done now. So you can create a new file. It's looks very similar to the VS Code that you were using earlier, right? All the time. Now simply just create a new file. The process are still the same. Uh, just write index.js here, and you can see the logo of JS is also present, same as in Visual Studio Code. And now you can just simply give the command here. Here you can give the command that you want to create. Let's create a simple project that we will create. Let's create a small function of adding two numbers, right? So just give a command, create a function to add two numbers, and let's give it to it. So it is planning the next moves. Let's see. Great, great. So you can see that our function is now successfully present. So this is how it creates code for us by just writing the command in the sidebar, right? You can keep it by control plus shift plus Y, or you can manually click on it. That's it. So you can see that it has provided me the exports also. It has provided few more things. It depends that how better you give the command, right? So you can find the add function here. It is returning a plus b. That is actually the logic that we wanted. Fine. Now let's create something else. Let's create a weather app, JS logic of simple look, right? Basic command. We are not giving something like some advanced prompt, nothing, just a simple command. Let's see how it creates. So it has started the process. Now what it will do is that it will create all the files like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all the three files, right? So it has started the work on index.html, and here you can find the index.html file is now successfully created here. If you go on it, you will find the HTML code here. Great. Yes. After that, it is working on the CSS now. So let's wait for the CSS file also. And yes, CSS file is also created. And now it is creating the JavaScript, but it is using another file named app.js, not on the index.js. Okay, fine. Let's wait for it. I think it is creating a lot of logic. Uh, Usually when we create a weather app, this much amount of logic is not required, but since it is working on all the edge cases, so definitely the code will be lengthy. And as you can see here, the code is really very lengthy, and that's a good thing. That's a very good thing that it has covered all the edge cases, right? And it is around 210 line of code. So this is all your code for creating a weather app. I hope you get the concept that how we use the cursor AI, how we download it, how we install it, and after that how we give command and work with it. So explore it as much as you can. It will be very helpful for you if you are a developer or a coder, right? So thank you so much for watching. This is all about today's video. Goodbye.